What's up, you guys, and welcome back. In today's episode, we're going to be putting the car back together. These are actually clips from last weekend when my friends Juan and Dusan came over to help me out. They called out of the blue and was like, "Hey dude, what are you doing today?" I'm like, "Everything." They're like, "Great, we'll be there." So they showed up, they helped me put all this back together, and we got so far with it, man. But you'll see, this is what prevented us from starting it. First thing I'm going to be tackling here are the mounts. We got to still put the rear mount on, and then this is the front mount for the transmission. Let's get to that. So everything's connected up. Rear T-bracket, front side mount for the trans. We got the clutch line run. Also put the starter in. I'm gonna start on the oil pan gasket. That way I can get up under here and go ahead and put the clutch cover plate on, and then we'll go ahead and take care of all this. So let's take this old gasket off. I'm leaving this under here because the oil's still kind of dripping down. So I want it to drip in the pan, of course. And here we have the new gasket, and I got my gasket maker ready. All right, you guys, so welcome, surprise. Mr. Juan, if you've been a fan of the channel for a long time or watching for a long time, you'll remember this guy. And this is his friend Dusan. We've met these guys out on track before, and they are gonna help me put this thing back together today. You mind actually grabbing that side?
Yeah.
That would make it a lot easier. Just get cool angles, Juan. Be a director.
Give me a good side, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to show my good side, Juan. Juan's like, I need more light, I need more emotion.
Yeah, you guys suck right now, man.
Who's gonna cry?
I'm gonna cry if this thing don't start. That's loose.
That's loosening it? No, that's loosening it. That way, right?
We're smart.
Juan, where you at, man?
We're here. Looks good, guys. Looks good.
Just a little bit.
Oh, that's so good, you guys. All right, so Dusan and I are actually gonna go ahead and start messing with the wire harness. We're gonna get it all put back together. So this is always cool, having Dusan and Juan here. This is the kind of help that really makes a difference. Dusan is actually going ahead and taking that, what they call it, the charcoal can out. That canister in the back, he's just removing, because he's saying it's just extra wires. They're just going to be there and we don't need them. So very thankful for this kind of information real time.
All right, catch can or charcoal can.
Look at that.
That's it, done. And you save weight.
You're right. What, a couple pounds?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. and stuff. And then when I like lift a little, it'll come back up.
Yet again, Dusan saving the day. He noticed here that the fan switch, these wires were cut from the old harness, and we need that clip there, which he's actually working on right here. And also, the old motor, we're definitely sure, or we're pretty sure now that the head gasket was blown. They're showing me here, this is all, they call it the milkshake, all the oil and coolant mixing in there. It's cameraman time, it may have lost a little bit while I unplugged it.
It's a little tight. Did you have it loosened over there when you took it down?
Alright you guys, so this thing's really coming together. Wire harness is pretty much in. Juan is under there. Right, the shift linkage hooked back up. So we're just trucking along here. I'm just trying to get clips as we go. So we'll see where it goes next. Alright, so just going to be putting the exhaust manifold on. Dusan is cleaning up this little water pipe piece right here. And we'll have to check out his car in a minute.
Right here, right here, and then it goes to the side, and then the other one goes in the back.
Or something. And it doesn't hurt as bad when you bring 60 on them. What? Yeah, that's the shit that's fucking put up on that one.
I got 225s, so I'll sell
Alright, so we're back from lunch and we're just finishing up everything. I'm gonna get going on some axle seals underneath. Juan is finishing up the shift linkage. Dusan is messing with the wiring harness, and we're gonna finish up the coolant lines. Also got to put the radiator back in, and then hopefully we'll get to the well, then we'll actually get to the VTEC wiring.
Safe to say for me, for him.
That's true. Juan is under here at the minute, so we'll wait a sec.
and then D6. Where's your wire? And down. See how much easier that was?
Okay, so the VTEC wiring, you guys. Now that really was simple, but thanks to Dusan and thanks to Juan too. You know, this car is a 92. It is pre-wired for the VTEC. We did find that out by looking up the pinout sheets for the ECU, and we matched them up to what I have in the car. We matched them up to the wiring harness here on the shock tower. For me to go in and figure out, it would have taken a little bit longer, and I would have been a bit more timid in doing things. But so what Dusan ended up doing was taking those wires and running them straight to the harness here. He just opened this guy up and popped these wires in. It was pre-wired for VTEC on this side, so he just needed to make the connection here, and then we ran it straight to where they needed to go. And these are electrical tape, yes, but I went in and soldered these up so they are strong connections. It was pretty much that fuel rail that prevented us from starting, and I guess more so the injectors. The injector right here, this top part where the O-ring goes, that's what I need to replace on all four of them. They all just went bad. I guess they were just snug in there and living in perfect harmony, like Juan said. And then when we started messing with it, yeah, it was done. But so I just need to go ahead and put those back in, bolt everything back up, and we should be good to fire it. So as you guys saw in those clips, man, it's all back together. It came down to those 4 O-rings that were starting to leak. Juan said, go ahead and prime the car. So I did that. And then we could hear it just start spritzing a little bit of fuel coming out. And so obviously we didn't turn the car on. So I went and got those from Honda. I also got some new axle nuts and I also got some new axle seals. But good Lord, man, Honda prices. Oh my God. But anyway, I'm gonna put the axle seals in on next week's video, fill the trans up with fluid, put this thing back on the ground, and try to give it a start, man. So y'all are gonna be seeing that coming up. Another thing that I need to do is go ahead and get a foot for the radiator down there so that it can sit up properly and mount into this radiator stay. So Travis is on his way up here tomorrow, and we're gonna hopefully do just that. Put those couple things back together and hopefully start the car. So I know it's been a long process. We'll see how it goes, man. See y'all in next week's video and talk to you in the comments.